Street riding in Montana. That phrase brings to mind images of grand vistas, twisting canyon roads, and an endless deep blue sky. You can't help but picture yourself here. And here. It's not only out-of-state tourists who enjoy motorcycling in Montana. Even though Montana still counts fewer than 1 million residents and has seasonally limiting riding weather, plenty of us ride motorcycles for commuting, errands, vacation, and off-pavement fun. So, riding two wheels in Montana also means picturing yourself here. And here. And here. Recent increases in transportation costs, mostly spurred on by increasing gas prices and a chronic shortage of parking spaces, yes, even in a state known for wide open spaces, have helped create a new phenomenon in cities such as Missoula: scooterists. Andy Goldfine, organizer of the annual Ride to Work Day, states, "For many people, riding is a socially responsible form of personal mobility that saves energy, helps the environment, and provides a broad range of other public benefits." Whether the ride of choice is a large displacement custom cruiser, a long-range touring machine, a racy little number, a dual-purpose bike, or something just for around town, Montanans who ride motorcycles or scooters share the road with everyday traffic, which can be frustrating and dangerous. Adding motorcycles and scooters to the daily transportation mix makes urban parking easier, reduces road congestion, and improves traffic flow. Add a seasonal influx of tourists, university students, or special event traffic, and using two wheels for transportation can be both a blessing and a curse. What can help make riders in Montana safer? One way is knowing how to ride well. Since the 1980s, concerned motorcyclists in Montana have worked to establish Montana as a leader and a pioneer in motorcycle safety and motorcyclists' rights issues. We established a rider safety education program following curricula provided by the Motorcycle Safety Foundation, a national organization, and these classes are offered throughout the state of Montana every spring through fall. Specific goals of the program include teaching the young adult male that is the demographic most likely to be injured or killed while riding.
This is almost my bike, my brother's bike. Same mine. I'm in possession of it. Next time. Share. I just bought this bike about 3 hours ago, and already I know it pulls wheelies at 55 miles an hour. Woo! So, kind of a dying breed around here.
Refreshing the skills of the older, returning rider, honing the skills of the experienced rider, and encouraging riders to be legally endorsed. Beginning in 2004, successful completion of any Montana rider course qualifies you for a riding skills test waiver at the Department of Motor Vehicles. One criticism of motorcycle rider education is that it supports sales for the motorcycle dealerships. While for some the first ride is like a gateway drug, one ride and you're hooked, it's also true that sharing the road is every vehicle operator's responsibility. Trained riders are safer for all of us, and even if the student never rides again, he or she will have been taught to judge traffic and road conditions with a new perspective. Motorcycles are not simply a hobby or solely for recreation. In countries where mobility is an issue, like Japan, Germany, and England, the benefits of motorcycling for transportation are widely appreciated. An ongoing issue is to legitimize motorcycles as transportation and to get bureaucrats to recognize riders as valid road users. This includes fighting for improved road surface conditions, signage, signaling devices that trigger for the motorcyclist, as well as altering the preconception of who rides two wheels. Many people see motorcycles as a two-wheel menace, just as the phrase motorcyclist conjures up a legacy of male-dominated biker gang imagery. The reality is much different.
I've been riding the scooter for about a year and a half, all of last summer, let's say, spring, summer. And I didn't want to take a motorcycle class. It just seemed too big, too overwhelming or something. And so a friend who's a friend of the instructors actually notified me and said they're offering scooter classes for the first time. After meeting the instructors, they were so welcoming and so happy to see us and made us feel so comfortable. Sort of explained how the classes were going to operate over the next 2 days, and we spent the morning in doing some reading and understanding some basic essentials about our bikes, and then we spent the afternoon practicing riding, almost all afternoon. My scooter instructor Jim actually ran in front of me and tried to get me to follow him. They wanted us to succeed and know what we were doing, and they were very clear that we were going to learn some things and we were going to become proficient, but we would have to practice and practice and practice. We started practicing Sunday morning after lunch. We came back to our class, and that's when we had to demonstrate our proficiency or lack thereof in accomplishing certain skills that they had taught us. I mean, there certainly weren't any surprises. They were very clear about what it was we were going to be asked to do. We took our tests. Each of us individually took our riding tests, and then we completed the written test. I passed. I'm positive everybody else passed. Very happy, relieved to have the driving test completed and ready to go take the written test at the Department of Motor Vehicles. And so it was just being legal. You know, like I said, I had been riding the scooter all last year, knowing I wasn't legal, and I'm not one that operates outside of the law easily. So it was a great treasure for us to be able to, and me to be able to take and pass the course.
Another function of the Montana Motorcycle Rider Safety Education Program is to train driver license examiners on how to test a rider's abilities for their motorcycle endorsement. College credits are offered through Montana State University Northern, where the program is based. Driver education professionals can take a rider education course as part of their degree program. A cooperative relationship with Malmstrom Air Force Base in Great Falls provides a training site on base and satisfies the military's prerequisite for those wishing to ride. All of Montana's rider safety instructors are ardent motorcyclists and forego some of the best of each riding season to help others improve their riding skills and gain a new level of confidence. The Montana Motorcycle Safety Advisory Committee, or MSAC, is established by statute to advise the Board of Regents of the university system and the Montana Department of Justice on motorcycle rider safety issues, motorcycle safety training, motorcycle endorsement testing, and other matters related to motorcycle safety. Committee members also serve as informal motorcycling consultants to state legislators and government staffers, allowing us to participate in a proactive capacity. In the 2003 legislative session, we worked to refine legislation that assesses a one-time fee instead of annual motorcycle registration. Thanks to activist Montana motorcyclists, riding a street motorcycle in Montana means we can all continue to ride here. And here. On this. Not like this. Definitely not here. In Montana, it's the riders who make certain the beep goes on. Whether the ride of choice is a large displacement custom cruiser, a long-range touring machine, a racy little number, a dual-purpose bike, or something just for around town, Montanans who ride motorcycles or scooters share the road with everyday traffic. No matter what you ride, we can teach you to ride it better. Take the controls with a motorcycle rider safety course. Call for more information, 1-800-922-BIKE.